And now, your reigning, defending, greatest wrestling podcast of all time. This is Let Me Book the Territory, the podcast for smart marks and nostalgia nerds. Featuring A-Dub.
On site, and it's on site.
B.A.
How can the heel heal off on the heel when the heel is healing?
And E-Ray.
No wrestling moves. Just hands. Just hands.
Powered by the Embrace the Turn Up Network. In partnership with the Inaudible Ruckus Podcast.
Welcome to the madness here. Let's get this rockin' and sockin'. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, probably the older ones though, because we get real wild in here. This is another episode of Let Me Book the Territory. I, E-Ray, the quasi-bad guy, the Diet Coke of evil, the man of 7/8 teeth, at your service, wearing the greatest merch in the game. Ah, man, I feel so good to be here. And probably because of that fantastic PLE that I just watched. But we are here once again, and I am joined by gentlemen that I do this with on a weekly. You would kind of, never mind, can't even go there. Yeah, that's what type of energy we on today. But without further ado, let me introduce our co-host. It would be the guy that is saying, like Sonic, he runs at the speed of light to the bathroom when he got to go. CVS's own.
It's the Dub Show.
All right, W. Van Halen.
I like that. W. Van Halen, that's the new one. W. Van Halen, your boy A-Dub, Dubsuke Nakamura, Dragon Dub this week, the pod god, the pod tribal chief, if you will, here to talk some rumbles, some rambles, and some of the other crazy stuff going on in the universe of the E. I don't know if we'll get to all of it, but what's up, fellas?
Brody, what's going on? My condolences. I correct me if I'm wrong. Is this Honolulu Blue?
Yeah, yeah. You're repping.
Okay.
You're repping. Yeah.
Had to do it. Rap City. I know that's what Dub wanted to do to every 49er fan he's seen. But neither here nor there. Shout out to the Lions. Great season. They had my pick I've had support for a couple years now after I watched them on Hard Knocks. Good season, but it's time for that 49ers Kansas City rematch. But somebody else who does not believe in the coincidence of things, he said, you know what? I know the big ballers and the shot callers. I used to be one of them back in my day. That's why he lost all his hair, because he was stressed out about all the things that was happening, but he still got that Cuban link. You know who I'm talking about. The richest man in the game. The one that said, Trump move over. Niggas should be taking pictures with me. I'm talking about B.A. Bigelow. What's going on, brother?
What's good, E-Ray? Dub was good.
You know the vibe.
It's BADBIC, a.k.a. Black IRS, a.k.a. the B for the motherfucking easy. B.A. Bigelow in the building here on the beginning of our month, a.k.a. Black History Month. Feeling good. Feeling fine. Loving it.
All righty. Speaking of, it's been a wild weekend, man. Weekends past, let's say, days of weekends past. So much has transpired. I think because we got so much shit to talk about, there's no need to even talk about the go home shows and all that other shit. Rumble. Rumble, Young Man Rumble. Or should I say One Man Rumble? Might be a title. Guys, we had the Royal Rumble this Saturday. I need grades. How do we feel about this Rumble? I watched it twice. I don't know if anybody else went back and watched it again, but
not the whole thing. The Rumble matches, yes, twice, but not the whole pay-per-view.
Not the other two, the whole pay-per-view. Not the other two matches.
Exactly.
4-match card, ladies and gentlemen. He said, I cannot be bothered for 2 other matches.
Another Roman Reigns just, here comes Solo to interfere.
Right.
Situation.
So what grade you giving it, BA?
Once is enough.
The whole show, not just the 2 Rumble matches. I just want to preface that.
Fair enough.
I'm
gonna give it. I think if they put a bunch of other filler crap on this, I'd give it a lower grade. But the fact they knew what they were doing and dealing with, I'm gonna give them a solid B. There were some things that were a little clunky here and there. But
can I put you on? Can I mute you for a second? Can I pause you?
Sure.
Not in the camera on way. Dub, please. You accidentally stumbled on something. You know what? I don't give a fuck about those matches. How about we just grade the Rumbles? That's way more entertaining.
They were just literally, they were the filler of the Rumble because you knew kind of the outcome of what was gonna happen. I know our picks are kind of wild, but
facts.
Like our picks were wild and crazy because we knew the status quo was gonna have to status quo, and that's what happened. To that point, I would give the Rumbles
separate them now. Can't put them together.
All right, fair enough. Let's do it. The Women's Rumble.
Cause we gonna get to it.
The Women's Rumble, I would give a B+. The Men's Rumble, I would give a B- almost. Just because the women had the pops, the surprises, that part of it. The men, I feel like it was less clunkier than the Women's Rumble in spots. There was some spots where I was like, this, you can tell like they're working through scripted. Like this is like they're working through a script. They're getting to the next thing. Like, all right, I know she was supposed to get eliminated because she fucking jumped in the air 3 seconds before anybody touched her. That kind of stuff stuck out to me, especially on the second time around watching it.
You're looking at the background.
Perfect.
You're looking at her furniture. Got it.
I mean, I can't help it. You gotta. In my 9 to 5, it's psychology. You gotta know half the battle is knowing where you at.
Right. How did she become a police officer with such a large?
She was a pirate in the last movie I saw.
Where did those spider powers come from? I think I turned on the wrong Lord of the Rings. Right.
Man, I'm
still sagging.
Skating over all of that and skiing over. Yeah. Yes, go on the dub.
Dub, please regale me your, like, if you would just give me your
Men's Rumble. I'm gonna give it a B-. There were some things there that like I thought they should have focused on a little more. And I don't know, like some things just kind of felt off. It didn't feel like, leaving the Rumble, you usually feel like there's 4 or 5 stories that were built into it that we're getting at Mania. This one, it felt like we got 2. The guys that started it and the guy that ended it. And that was it. So that's why I give it a B-.
Big facts.
The Women's Rumble, whew, this is difficult. This is difficult here. No, I'm kidding. A+. Best Women's Rumble of all time. Oh, it was phenomenal. From the Jordan Gray surprise. I love Naomi coming in at 2 to get her full entrance because that queen deserves it. The Jade Cargill debut. Oh, loved it. The stare off with Bianca as they were gorilla press slamming 2 other women. I was like, oh my god, like this is
that could have been dangerous, but it was good. glad nobody got hurt. Because I was like, oh, man, somebody. It's going to be bad if somebody.
I love Valhalla, like getting eliminated quickly because of R-Truth and then going crazy on them.
That was my favorite.
I'm sure that arena smelled crazy after that. So many things to like about that women's rumble.
Okay.
A+.
So just give me your man's grade, and then we'll go into the actual.
I said it. B-.
And then we just go.
B-.
Okay. Cool. I see. That's how my bad might have alluded, because that's how much I give a fuck about it. I'm gonna say here for the men's rumble. You know what? No, we start with love. We start with love here. Women's rumble. Man, A-. Easy. Like, I don't know what BA wants. he don't like the amateur hour. He's like, look, I need you.
Last year's is better.
I need you in the pool house with the fishnets. Like,
see, I ain't saying all that. I just said last year's is better. Less clunky.
Oh, yeah. I disagree. I'm gonna go on the limb and say this year was the best women's rumble thus far, and only one that I think I recall. And I loved last year's as well. I thought it was good, but it has been continuously good and also outshined the men's continuously in my eyes since it started. The women's rumble, first women's rumble, I thought was fantastic because I was like, oh, this is going to be ass. But they brought so many like legends back, and because they had to balance the roster, dope. Mm-hmm. And then they went away from that and actually started just having women in there that actually working in the company, and they were telling good stories. So it's been so much of that. The surprises, all that stuff is what the Rumble means to me. So this one had everything. It told mad stories. It had some fun stuff in there, surprises, and the right people won. Men's, on the other hand, D+.
Damn.
Yeah,
that bad, bro?
D+. Yes.
You gotta explain that, man.
Easily. Let. Where you at, Tone?
God damn.
Where do I begin? It literally was.
That's all I was like. God damn.
The movie Jumper. I liken this Rumble to the movie Jumper with Hayden Christensen,
Samuel Jackson,
and
right.
Yeah.
So you like the premise, but like,
oh yeah, man,
pulled off well.
My nigga, you know, man. Listen, easily, that movie had potential to be one of the greatest movies ever. The concept alone lends to fire. I'm not talking about any fire. I'm talking about Tom Cruise stranded on the island with Wilson, the fucking volleyball, sparking some shit up. I've made fire. That's the type of potential it had. What did we get? We got the middest of mid surprises / returns. The crowd was like, I don't even know what the fuck this is. There's like,
the Andrade?
Because his music was so damn generic. Call it what it is. They opened us up hot as hell with Jimmy
Bloods
and Jay.
Crips.
Yeet versus no Yeet. Great. They never touched again. What?
Yeah. They're going to touch again at WrestleMania.
No, but one should have eliminated the other.
Precisely.
True. To give it that heat, I give you that.
That's stupid. Didn't make any sense. Then we had a bunch of extra meh. There were no other surprises. There's a bunch of, this could have been a Monday Night Raw Battle Royal. That's how generic this shit was.
You didn't pop for the Andrade?
And
return?
No.
I was like,
oh, cool.
I was happy to see him back.
Were you like, how happy though? Put it on a scale of Like 1 to 10. Was you just
happiness being relative? No, I wasn't like standing on my couch waking my kids up. Like I was just was like, oh, that's Andrade.
Standing on your couch
He's
for
back with his
Andrade
wife.
is nuts.
That's why I was like, he's back
you
home
were
with his
as
wife.
excited about Andrade as you would be walking and finding a nickel. That's fucking crazy.
Nah, I wouldn't even address the nickel. I at least addressed Andrade. Nickel, I'd be like, my back is more important to me than bending over for this.
Yeah, she's a nickel walking his dog. He's like, who's littering again?
Yeah, that's crazy. This thing has reached another. I'm always gonna pick up a nickel or a quarter. It ain't no penny. I'm gonna pick it up. It's mine. Okay, well there we go.
You didn't say that with any type of conviction.
Sorry, my currency level was too low for you. But again, Andrade is the nickel of my excitement. How about that? I was like, oh, cool, I guess.
Disrespectful.
No, I think it's the right amount of respectful, because if that's
is it more because of WWE's presentation or Andrade in general?
No. Nothing against Andrade. I think he's a fantastic talent. He was an incredible NXT champion. He was really well done. The presentation in the WWE comeback, not executed fantastically by any means. Also, you're setting him up for failure being like supposed to be your big return when y'all haven't like built him up or did anything to it. It's just like it was a throwaway. The slight excitement I got was seeing him and Santos like sort of interact, but even that was a little stilted.
Should have done more with that.
Yeah,
you got Andrade, Santos, and Carlito in the ring at the same time. You talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mexican
what do we get out of it?
Wrestling royalty, and Dominic was in the ring too.
Forget about it. And that's it. Great. Okay, outside of that, again, we got Big Head McDonough getting eliminated 13 seconds.
That shit was
getting speared by Braun Breaker on his way out. That was great.
Carmelo, great.
Carmelo did a good job.
Absolutely. Braun Breaker, I got magical powers. Just
shout
go
out
with
to
it.
Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker coming out.
Getting that Brock
it's like
Lesnar
we
spot.
already knew. Exactly. So it's like, you were okay. You were second choice, but it's cool. Side chick appreciation day. It's coming up.
Would that
February
pop have
15th.
made it? Would that pop have made it any more significant to you if he who shall future remain nameless Brock Lesnar showed up? Or no?
Yeah, it would have been a way different match because you look at Braun coming out and doing all those spears to guys. Instead of spears, those are German suplexes and F5s to guys.
True.
Like, and those things from Brock mean more. And then a stare down with Gunther, like that means more.
Got it.
Like Braun staring Gunther down, you're like,
stances.
all right, I watched Braun beat Gunther on NXT TV like a year ago.
And it's not circumstances. I don't want to do that. I don't want to just put it on circumstances because you also got to remember, if we're watching this to take our mind off of other things, we're not going to include the other things. We're just looking at it as it stands. So as it stood, I'm watching this to be entertained, specifically because I just watched the women do such a thing. I'm like, oh, they got a lot to live up to, and I don't think they're going to. And everybody was telling me, even the wise men, like, oh, we'll just wait. I'm like, no, dog, it's not. I already know because it's incapable. So then, again, lack of surprises. Then when we get down to the final four, I don't think it was the right people. Number 30, loved Sami Zayn, but that also, unfortunately, it's just the spot for Sami Zayn just didn't work for Sami Zayn. It was kind of like putting him in the worst position ever because everybody was expecting some huge something, and then it's Sami Zayn, which still worked. It didn't negate it, but for me, it was also like, well, guess no big surprise, no Okada, no MJF, nothing crazy. Like Jordan Grace is crazy in equivalent for the women's. That's insane. Specifically coming off of Naomi. So that's a story being told. We got none of that in the men's rumble for like outrageousness, blah, blah, blah. So again, it's just very lackluster. And then toward the end, it's like, all right, we eliminated most of the people. You're like, who do we got left? We got Drew? okay, I guess. And Gunther, Sammy, CM Punk, and Cody. And I was like, and we kind of knew where it was going or where it has to go. So I didn't get excited again after Yeet versus No Yeet until it's Cody versus CM Punk. So I watched 25 minutes of some mad bullshit to get to what I really wanted. And then only to find out, fuck, love it. Love the winner. I'm excited for it. And then the backstage scrum was what like really solidified the excitement for me. That's not a part of the match. Like, I don't know if y'all watched the presser. I told y'all watch the presser because it enhanced the men's rumble. If you don't watch so for you to give it a B- and not even have watched the presser, should you watch the presser, you might get that shit an A-.
I watched the presser. I didn't watch it live. I watched it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's on YouTube. But I mean, I know that you were speaking to a lot of things that happened in the match that was just kind of just whatever. I don't know. I think that one thing that's kind of being overlooked is maybe Punk was supposed to win that. I thought he blew his back out, honestly. Pause. Because the way he was holding his back, I'm like, oh yeah, that he ain't getting up. He
Tay Diggs ran up on him? Yes, you thought?
No comment.
No.
I'll see him.
I didn't see that. I would have.
Or lost
Punk
it.
got his groove back. I would have definitely remembered that surprise entrance.
But and also to that point, I think that circumstances kind of killed that Rumble, and I think it's kind of like, I mean, I get your grades are great, but I think that if Punk doesn't show up at Survivor Series, because the Rumble was going to be the other time we were going to possibly see him. You get that pop if we haven't seen him for the last 3 months, having promos and stuff. You get a little bit more meaning there. I think because of how we were looking at things, they could have gone either direction with Cody or Punk. And I think that's why they structured stuff like that with Seth in the skybox and Roman in the skybox, because it legitimately could have gone either way. Not to say that Cody wasn't the original plan. Who knows? We'll never know until they talk about the shit. But
I think
I don't know.
it didn't work.
I'm thinking Cody
it was always. Yeah,
I don't know.
And they have to do that. Or as an audience member, yeah, you don't want to be like, oh, well, only Roman's there, so of course it's going to be Roman. It made sense. I like the presentation of everything else. The match itself did not deliver. And to say circumstantially that that has any bearing, it's like, so what happened to the women? They got some shit that was going on too. That shit was fantastic.
I'll back what I set up, and the reason being is because Punk's been showing heel tendencies the last couple weeks, and the fact that he said, I didn't wait 10 years to lose to Dusty's kid before he lost to Dusty's kid, that was the most heel shit he's done in forever. So I'll rewind that back because that comment stuck out like this.
Was he being
so,
heel,
it was so
or was
loud.
he just being CM Punk?
And that's where we going, and that's what we're gonna get when he comes back.
They're one and the same.
Exactly. But that's what we're gonna get when we get back, though. Like, he's gonna lean into that shit. He's been so anti, like, I want to smile and shake hands and sign autographs and be Bret Hart. That's gonna go away when he comes back, I feel like.
Once a nigga tells you he's more you than you, yeah, you throw that out the window.
Yeah, like, you're a heel now.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, you ain't never been more E-Ray than E-Ray, nigga. I bring it back. Tay Diggs, where you at? Out!
Jet Li, there can be only one.
Right.
For real.
You law is nobody's bitch. Yeah. It needs to be said. Cause, dog, I can quote billions of movies and never even remember what the damn movie title is, because those parts stick out to me. You lost bitches. I think again, to me, it never hit the gear that it had the potential to with all the stacked talent. Like, so how about this? Let me just kind of rebook it. I know y'all don't have the name, the entrances and shit, and we don't have to do all that. But let's take out some of that mid and let's insert Chad Gable.
Yeah.
Let's insert the Creed brothers.
Montez Ford could have been in it.
Crazy. Let's insert Montez. Now you're starting to ride a train with me.
It's basically
Come on,
like
brother, get in.
Whoever was
Me
the
and you.
agent, whoever was the booking agent over the Rumble should be ashamed. It was probably Bruce Pritchard, but I'm gonna digress heavily on that. But yes, it was.
Hey Bruce, would you like?
No. Bad E-Ray. Bad E-Ray. No.
I'd be right at this age. He's a Vince's avatar, essentially. Like, this is everyone's thing. But it looked like somebody was asleep at the wheel when they booked that match, to E-Ray's point. So, I mean, I get your
And
D+.
it still got to be minus.
I just think that's harsh, man, because I still was entertained. Like, I was. Call me a mark.
That's why I wasn't.
I didn't think it was that terrible. It got us. It made sense to me, and it got us to the next thing. It wasn't the greatest Royal Rumble ever, but they all can't be the greatest ever. It's just whatever.
I'd argue that probably the last 5 Rumbles have been mediocre. Men's Rumbles.
Yeah, but again, I don't know. And I know that's a favorite event for a lot of people.
With this talent.
That part too. We were just putting his roster over last week.
With Triple H at the helm.
And worrying about other stuff.
It's probably... Got to put out the fires. Where that milk truck at, Kurt Angle?
We're going to need more of the milk truck to put this fire out, brother.
Probably what started the fire. But...
We didn't start the fire.
Right.
All right. I don't know the words to that song.
I think it's... Right. I think it's definitely a situation that it just had so much potential and it didn't deliver. And I'm one of those people that, again, I'm probably worse than everybody else. I don't like being disappointed. So I rarely get my hopes up for anything. So that way, and even that's how I motivate and move in my real life. I undersell, over deliver. It's a tactic of mine that I enjoy so well. So when I get nothing from something, I'm like, ugh, I don't like it. But when I get something from nothing, oh, you better believe it. And that's why the women, because I wasn't expecting anything like crazy, but they really killed it for me. And the men, I was like, y'all got all these dudes, all this fun. Like, we didn't even get like that crazy spot. What was the memorable spot from this one? What did it for you?
Punk and Cody like having that little like 5 minutes at the end, and that's reaching.
But there wasn't like like if Braun Strowman came back and just bowled over some people, fire.
That'd have been fun.
I know he's not healed yet, but just saying, these are the moments and the things that I expect from Rumble. Even some of the sillier stuff, which it just didn't contain.
I mean,
can I say the most
that's
wasted?
about it.
Can I say the most wasted spot in that Rumble? And I already know what y'all gonna probably guess.
Karrion Kross,
but I gotta say it. Good guess.
Ricochet.
No. E-Ray knows me too well. I was sitting there like 28. Really? Got this bum ass. You know he ain't gonna win. Like, I was like, he didn't even give us a crazy spot. I was like, what was the purpose?
Yeah.
Noticing BA's hate.
You are such. I hate it, E-Ray. I hate it that you bringing me to like the C level with this. And I was just like, it was cool. And then now we break it down and really look at this with a microscope. I'm like,
take that shine off that shit.
I hate you.
4 days later. Like, just stank. Okay. I think I've dogpiled on the Rumble enough.
We've beat the shit out of this thing.
Yeah, overall, the ending that we wanted to see. Yeah? No?
Yeah, ending that I wanted to see, not the one I predicted, but definitely the one I wanted to see.
I wanted
Cody got to finish the story, man. I'm ready.
Yeah.
We all gonna be sitting at BA's house, just, hand in hand, kumbaya. Cody finishes the story. Me and Big AR are definitely gonna be crying. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a moment.
I hope he gets to finish it. And it ain't Roman winning and Dwayne standing at the top of the aisle for a year of booking of Roman versus Dwayne at WrestleMania 41.
Shout out.
That's disgusting.
Okay. Shout out to Big AR. Not even 3 minutes into the Royal Rumble, full on tears. Naomi's music hits. Oh, she's back.
I thought she was talking
crying
about
off
at
of
the
that
men's
Cody
rumble. I was like
promo.
3 minutes into that. She was crying at Grayson Waller.
No. Oh,
I
that
thought
was
she
me.
was talking
That
about
was
the
me
Hulk
crying
Hogan
like,
promo.
oh, what a waste. Get the Grayson the fuck out of my rumble. Oh.
Yeah. Taylor was pretty
Awful.
pissed off.
Damn,
she was
I
like,
forgot
"Who is
about
this
that part.
Aussie asshole?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's just Grayson Waller." She's like, "He looks like a Backstreet Boy." I'm like, "That's the point."
I know.
Work.
But it just it didn't work in the way that it should have worked. Like it didn't get major heat. It was just like, ugh, what a wasted spot. He should have came later. Maybe he should have been 28. That would have been fun. But being 3 and coming down with a mic,
You're making this so much worse.
Sorry.
for me.
Anywho, as I was trying to praise
It's
the
like,
women's
this
rumble,
is so terrible.
Naomi comes back. Loved it so much. Bianca Belair and the Jade Cargo gorilla press off. Ugh, explode central. Fucking Jade Cargo picking up Nia Jax with ease, like BA would pick up a quarter, because not a nickel. He would leave that shit on the ground. Like a premium quarter on the ground
quarter.
and chuck that bitch like I'm too rich for this. Whoosh, and threw that through the atmosphere. She launched Nia Jax, and I was like, oh shit, this is so good. And then your girl Tiffany Stratton,
It's Tiffy time.
Swirl World Order, Tiffany Stratton grabbing a black woman's hair, and then they both getting eliminated. I was like, oh shit.
Tiffany got in there and
I was
showed
like,
out.
no, Bianca.
She did her thing in there.
I'll say this. You know who I think really showed out?
Roxanne.
No, she was cool. She was good.
I'm trying to look
Chelsea
at the list.
Green.
I know you're a big Xia Li guy, so I'm gonna say you thought Xia Li really showed out.
I get so discouraged when they put them damn katana knives on her. I'll just be like, yo.
My mom
Just
said if I
stop.
don't have anything nice to say,
It's not her
just
fault.
gonna.
It's whoever's booking her to be a Mortal Kombat character.
Maxine
It's
Dupree?
really rude.
She blew a spot, but I didn't mind it because I knew they were gonna run it back because that was her spot. Not mad at it. It's fun. And again, this Rumble had a lot of fun to it as well. The women's Rumble.
Didn't
no,
Zoe start Z360 somebody out of the ring? Or was I imagining that?
No,
I
that
think it might have
happened.
been a man.
I believe so. I feel like
She
did that to
definitely
somebody.
Z360 somebody, and it was.
I don't know if it was out of the ring. I think that's
Was
the
it
dream up part.
Was it? No, I think Natalia would have been gone by then. I can't remember,
Yeah.
but
Auntie
yeah,
Natty was gone. It's bastard bedtime.
Yeah, no, Natty tried to
I'm-
eliminate Tegan, and Tegan threw out Natty, and then Tegan got thrown
yes.
out. They were just sitting out there looking at each other.
I was like, oh, big show, great. But still, it just made sense.
As
I
the Natty
like
turns.
the fact Bailey and Asuka and that whole like and then Kyrie saying that little spider spot where you're like that was great. It just made me laugh. It's so ridiculous. I was like, this is great. But no, it was the work, the sell job, the character work that Chelsea Green did. I thought it was fantastic.
Say it right.
Chelsea
There it
Green. You gotta say it extra high this time because she has now brought that back, and it's a little extra
Love it.
oomph on it.
Chelsea complained to
Shout
the
out to
manager
her.
and got her spot back.
Love it. All the work she did, fantastic. It just helped keep things going. They got Sarah Logan's feet out. Don't let Nicki Minaj see. She should be dissing her too, probably. Like Bigfoot and Stankfoot. She's like, get out. She was in for 8 seconds and then tried to attack R-Truth, try to attack a black man.
Can we
behind
talk
his
about why
back.
Michael
Barefoot
Cole is so
Karen.
excited about antlers?
I feel like I was on a MAGA rally. All this black man hate and women not wearing shoes.
He was like, where am I?
Where's the red hats?
What day is it? It's still January, right? Is it the 6th?
Oh.
What's going on here?
What in the storm hill? I mean,
Still don't know where
I mean,
Jericho was at that day. Just saying. Sorry.
You don't know what Sarah Logan was either.
Did Dragon Lee enter
No,
the
Dragon
Rumble?
Lee was not in the Rumble.
Nah, I wish he was.
Huh, guess what? Another missed opportunity. I'm just highlighting how shitty this is. Sorry, okay. Sidetracked. My apologies.
So bad.
So we had the topic, we had the discussion. I said it is. BA seems to not think so. Not the best women's rumble to date. I thought it was so easily. What? Please explain to me one.
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to put that on it yet because I feel like I had fun last year too. And I feel like we're a victim of the current news cycle type mentality by just proclaiming that, because I have to go back and watch last year. I feel like I had the same amount of entertainment, albeit more surprises this year, but the same quality of match. So to that point, I guess that's where you're getting the ever. But I don't just say that. I can't.
It's only been like ever. 6 of them. Hey, I mean, how many women's rumbles have it been?
Like it's 5 or 6. You're not lying.
Yeah, it's not like linear. Like, so is that not okay for it to be the best to date? Like, I was very surprised, and they're still on an upward trajectory. Okay.
For that word to be, I have to go back and watch last year.
I didn't say it was the greatest women's match of all time. I just said it's the best.
It's okay to say this is the best of 6. That's okay.
Yeah, like to date, and that's saying to date. Like, okay, it's the best one that they've had so far, and they seem to just be getting better at it because the women that they involve they didn't have any legends come out this time, which was so they had a full-on active women's roster that still was that much entertaining.
I think that's the exciting part about this Rumble, is that there were no legends at all. It was everybody was working, and like. As us being the smart marks that we are, we knew the 3 or 4 that were probably going to win. But imagine like younger kids who are watching, who like aren't smart marks like us, and they're like, oh, any of these 30 people could do it. Because even when we were kids, we knew the Bushwhackers weren't winning when they came in like 2001.
But we popped for the Bushwhackers.
Exactly. Right. But this Rumble with all these women in it, you're like, if you're not a smart mark, you're like, anybody can win this. And then you get the Jade Cargill, you get Jordan Grace, which kudos to WWE for like acknowledging that other wrestling promotions exist except for AEW. It's great. I love it. Big fan.
Well, not true. If you watch the presser, Cody did say AEW.
Well, it's Cody though.
That came out of his mouth.
Hey, he does whatever he wants. He has EVP powers.
I mean, on WWE TV, though.
He does whatever he wants.
You're not going to hear Andrade say that shit, with that being said. You're not going to hear Andrade bring up that. He does whatever
he wants.
I can't say what came to mind, but continue. Just leaving it there. Just leaving it there. Okay, so BA doesn't think this is the best women's rumble to date. So, and that's okay.
Watch last year, and then I'll come back and report. I promise.
Okay. I'll accept that. But I think last year was good too. And I think every year has been consistently good with the women, but they're also getting better, like in totality. So I think that for me is what put me over the top. Like, damn, I was excited all the way through, and I've felt that way with the men's rumble before. So I know what that feels like. Who won last
year? Was it
Rhea?
I
think that's what the...
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a really good
And I think it was Rhea and Bailey, and it was a few like in Charlotte. I think it was like anybody but Charlotte. Something. I
think Liv Morgan was.
Charlotte had the title last year because Rhea took it from her.
She might not have been champion at the time though. Like it could have. I don't know.
No, I think he's right. I don't recall, but I just remember the Rumble was done really well, and we were like, oh shit, Rhea might not win it, and we were like nervous, and then she did, and I was like, oh, perfect execution of that. So it was good. But yeah, this one was just as good. So again, they're bringing it. So even if this ain't the best Rumble ever to anybody or to everybody, it's still quality Rumble year over year for the women, and something in an area where a lot of men will say that they don't care about women's wrestling. And I've been putting it over like the women's Rumble and the women's Money in the Bank have been superior to the men's counterpart. for the last few years to me. So maybe not I'll say the Women's Elimination Chamber got a ways to go. But Money in the Bank.
Oh, you didn't like the Women's Chamber when Ronda eliminated everybody with the armbar?
Hey, you, number 1. Armbar. Eliminate you, number 2. Armbar. No.
Guess what, number 3? You get a different hold. Armbar.
Right. Instead of the right arm, now it's the left arm.
No.
Right.
I will say this.
Okay.
I think it's the best Women's Rumble of all time, but if it's not the best, it's definitely in the top 6.
Guys, it's E-Ray here, your friendly neighborhood bad guy. And when I'm not booking the territory or bringing the motherfucking ruckus, you can catch me on my show, Binge Flicks and Chill, where I'll bring my personal outrageous perspective to some of the latest and greatest in television and movies today. You'll laugh, you'll cry, and you'll probably never look at your favorite shows or movies the same again. But tune in and let the binge begin.
You guys are assholes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Top 6, that might be pushing it. Like, are you being a prisoner of the moment?
Probably. I don't know. I mean, between
Me too. Best women's rumble ever.
Jade and Tiffany and Bailey, I'm just in the cult of personality, I guess.
Facts. Moving along to the 2 matches, the rest of the card that wasn't the Rumble. Shit. I gotta try to be positive. More matches.
So you got
KO versus Logan Paul.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's talk about the actual match that was entertaining, which was that one.
It was a good match. Good match.
Very good. I loved everything. I even wasn't mad at the ref being able to have 20/20 vision for once, like ever in wrestling, which they never had.
Right.
So anybody who witnessed this scene, KO was using fucking brass knucks that were given to Logan Paul that he took from him, then decked him, and then he forgot to throw him because everybody, see, this goes to show KO is like, he's been so rusty at being a heel. He forgot every time you punch somebody, you gotta toss that shit. You gotta disregard, like a fucking Dave Chappelle deal with that condom. Kobe, like, you gotta get that shit out of here. He did not. He kept it on. He was wearing that shit like Mr. T, and he got caught. So he got disqualified, and Logan Paul remained champion.
Man, I ain't seen that in like 20 years, bro. A disqualification like that. That looked like Bill Watts WCW. I was like, what the fuck? People care about that still?
But I was like, because I was excited. I was like, oh shit, he gonna win it. And then he was like, oh shit. They're like, oh shit, they disqualified him. I was like, genius. And that to me speaks to the quality of this match. I was like, oh, this is fun. He gave him some fucking crazy packaged neck breaker shit. You know, it got some type of Japanese name, I'm sure. Go ahead, Dub, you'll find it. The Orakonori. Yeah, all that. He did all that.
Talking about, that's the one's like packaged power driver. But he doesn't do it as a power driver because you can't do it with power drivers. So he kind of sets him out as like a power bomb. Yeah.
No, not that.
What are you talking
He
about?
did the neck breaker.
Oh, from the top rope?
Sets him up like a. No.
The suplex that Kevin Owens like was this when Logan Paul tried to suplex him and Kevin Owens?
That's just a fisherman buster. Which movie? Which movie?
He picked him up,
man,
like
we should have
like
invited the Graps Master if we gonna have this.
Yeah, and then just dropped him on his neck, and I was like, great. Either way, not rich. You got rich. Wearing an Apple hat, looking like you about to deliver the news in 1950. Extra, Rito.
Newsy. I'm a newsy. 5 cents.
Murdered him. Yeah, but I love that. Great spot. And then to end it all, that wasn't bad. Like, you know, Logan Paul's cronies got to come out. And somehow we know what was going to happen. Still didn't feel as stale as Solo coming out to save Roman.
Ugh.
But we also haven't been seeing this for 4 years. So I guess I'll give it that slack there. But how do y'all feel about Logan Paul's Pog Slam?
Whoa.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
No, I'm asking you specifically, BA.
It was spectacular. Next.
You loved it. He was like, man, if Logan Paul hit that split on his chest, that really does it for me. That's graps for you.
Oh, yeah, man.
Nah,
BA was going crazy.
Keep
in the
that
house.
book. No, I wasn't. I was like, did I just see that man? Never mind.
You put that gooch on.
That's wild. And
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
crazy.
how a man could do that.
He's a Gen Z
wearing
kid, man.
protective
He saw Nikita do that move on Twitter or something, and everything he sees on the internet, he has to copy it, no matter how fucking weird it looks.
Well, it didn't make him a living, so I get the thinking, but it's still weird.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what he does.
I don't know about that.
That's why he does the buckshot lariat, because he saw it on the internet and said, I think I can do that, and he does it now.
And then he saw CM Punk fail at it 3 times in a match and said, I can do that. That old man can almost do it. And yeah.
Excellent execution. I never need to see him do it.
No, this is
Again.
weird. I was just like,
Yeah, it
is he
feels
trying
wrong,
to-
right? Like, I shouldn't see this.
Maybe I'm sure it popped the old girl in the back. And she was excited.
Whoa.
She
Those
was
words should
watching,
never be
probably.
put together. And I'm sure it popped old girl in the back.
In the back of the wrestling event, watching on the monitor Logan Paul do her move, and she was like, oh, I'm over now because Logan Paul just did my move, which is crazy. Get us out of here, E-Ray, because this is even insanity that I blocked that out of my mind that he did that shit. I was like, wow.
I just wanted to know. I just asked some. I asked the questions. I gotta ask the tough questions.
Depression is
Yeah,
real.
that was uncomfortable. But other than that, really enjoyed the match. Yeah, did y'all think that was the right call for the ending? Dub, tell me why.
Absolutely.
It was.
Logan's not dropping that belt to WrestleMania because you want more eyes on that belt, and who better than the guy that has one of the most popular podcasts in the world every week. I'm not sure if I want Kevin to get it though. Like, I feel like he's had titles more than he hasn't in WWE. But I feel like
He doesn't need
once
it.
the titles change hands at Mania, whoever they give it to, because obviously Cody's getting one, whoever they give the other one to, Chaos has stories with everybody in the back, and you can build stories quickly with them. So yeah, I'm happy with it, but you know, I'm hoping they don't go with KO finally getting one over on Logan Paul, because that's the one thing I don't like is the 20-year vet finally getting one over on the guy who's been doing this for 9 months. That doesn't feel right.
Yep. I mean, that's the Logan Paul effect, man. Like, but he's such a good worker. I don't know. I can see past it a little bit. Like, I'm not concerned.
He's so much of an overachiever in the sport, and then
Yeah.
he's getting better. Because I know, I remember months ago when you guys were like, "Oh my gosh, that was such a good promo," and I was just like, "It wasn't. It was
It's because
okay."
of Ricochet. That's all. It's because of Ricochet.
No,
He was cutting over.
you can't blame everything. The words coming out of Logan Paul's mouth cannot be blamed on Ricochet,
The
dog.
content, man. There was
The
no
hate
content
is
to be
real.
created.
Yeah.
Not a lot to talk about there.
Is it? Because you managed to do it
follow
every week.
Not my fault.
Oh, it's Ricochet's fault.
Hey, man, I'm not a
You
booking
can't
agent
pick a
there.
side. It's not enough, but it's always something to talk.
Hey
Look,
man, the women's rumble was great.
couple months
yeah,
ago,
but
he
Ricochet
wasn't good.
sucked though. What?
right?
Huh?
Hey, we were talking about the
What?
men's
What's
rumble
going on?
still.
What?
Don't do that.
Did y'all see the TNA knockout
Now,
champion?
what-
I bet she could knock out Ricochet.
Probably could. She probably could.
Man. Ricochet.
E-Ray voice. This has been another AEW quick hits. But yeah, fuck Ricochet.
You definitely know how to stop.
I'm just speaking facts, man.
He don't even like the 1994 classic.
EC3 has a title match on the
Denzel
premiere
Washington
episode of NWA Power on CW. Yeah, fuck Ricochet.
He probably gonna be on that bitch too when they on CW.
He probably gonna flip his way onto that shit too. I hate it.
The reps.
Ricochet don't need the
Microphone reps. He need the microphone reps.
I'm sorry. I'm derailing us. Can we?
All right, I'm gonna chill.
Y'all didn't hear me mention one of my favorite all-time movies, the 1995 classic Ricochet, featuring Denzel Washington and John
Lithgow. That's dope. Great movie. I don't know about great, but
can we talk about
his name Ricochet? He won't even let it be great.
Exactly.
No,
Denzel Washington.
A 3 out of 5 star film that people barely remember.
Great. That movie's great. Go watch it.
John Lithgow was insane in that movie. I understand.
He drugs Denzel Washington.
Yes.
Puts him in a pool somewhere and has him just getting rode by some dirty prostitute, raw dog.
Yeah, he's
and then he wakes up and he got the clap. This nigga's diabolical.
Yeah, that's like
and
Craig
sends
T.
the
Nelson.
video to his house.
Wait.
This shit is incredible.
John Lithgow,
that's the best Ricochet out.
Third Rock from the Sun?
Third Rock from the Sun. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
that's like
the psycho killer in Dexter.
I feel like all white old man actors have that heel turn in movies. Like Coach in Action Jackson, Craig T. Nelson.
It's in reverse. Dealer. He was evil at first, and then when they get older, Coach. They're like, "Oh, want candy? Want some caramel?" Like,
I'm just the old ball coach. Yeah, you just had a gag and ball in Vanity's mouth, and that movie, Action Jackson, and Carl Weathers had to save her. Thank God for Carl Weathers.
Thank God for the black man always.
Yeah.
Anywho,
drove up 3 flights of stairs inside of a house in a Ferrari.
Getting a clap from man. Okay, that's the best Ricochet
John
out.
Lithgow wins.
Keep it real.
That's facts. If I had to say not good in the sense of this isn't like an Academy Award winning film.
Nah, it's a blockbuster action greatness and a thriller at the same time. I love that movie.
I might have to watch that.
And Denzel Washington is ripped in that movie. So good job for him too. That's young Denzel. Anyway, can't even talk. Y'all just ruined my spirit.
Leaving them parties at 1 a.m. still, so he's good.
Big facts. Speaking of big facts, Roman Reigns still the champion.
Surprising.
Nah, not anymore.
Is it?
He's here to erase Hogan at this point. He's here to erase Hogan.
Hogan! Yeah, literally. It's like, okay, great. That's who would have been great in the Rumble. They ain't even. I would have popped if they just brought Hulk Hogan out. I didn't want to because I expected it.
They did in that fucking promo. They cut.
No. I
mean, they did like St. Pete commercials with Hogan in it. It was
red and yellow. Hulkamania Hogan shuffling down to the ring, and then Bobby Lashley just snapped mirror takedown, stretching him for a second, then tossing his ass out. Yep. Didn't get it. I thought he would at least just kind of did a little posing or something and then got tossed out. That would have been great.
They're gonna try his ass out there for WrestleMania 40.
Even that would have been better than the Rumble we got. Okay,
they're gonna bring Terry to Philly.
Oh, you know they already got merch for this man for this 40th anniversary, brother, of WrestleMania, because he accounts for
WrestleMania, Hulkamania, yeah, all of it.
Hope they ready to bleep out those "fuck you Hogan" chants. Some Philly niggas don't play. They boo Santa Claus.
Good. Good.
Nah, let them rock.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I hope the sound guy's ready.
I hope they go so crazy that they have to cut to some bullshit WWE shop commercial to get them out of there. I hope.
And you know when they do that, it'll be like Kofi or something.
Right.
Bail us out of here, black man.
Right.
They could always snipe him with a t-shirt cannon from a mile.
Dwayne, we need you.
No longer a real American. He's half American.
Half American, half t-shirts. T-shirts made in China.
And
full racist. Oh, he doesn't. That doesn't work for him, brother.
Okay.
If he comes back as a
t-shirt,
as a made in China, he's gonna be angry. Made in USA, brother. It's the only way I'm coming back.
I saw something on Twitter of Hogan and Triple H. They said this had to
Gildan,
be
brother.
the biggest battle of That's Not Gonna Work For Me, Brother, ever.
Come back on the Gildan, brother.
See that there at the bottom of the tag? Made in USA.
Fry button only, brother.
That's me.
Good. Yeah, oh, you know he's good US of A. You got they
Right.
gotta say it like that. Oh
Fry
my
blend,
god.
brother.
Anywho. All right.
Ain't no blending here, brother. These colors don't blend.
They just-
Is Nick dating a black girl again? What? Did I say it out loud? Brooke, help me.
Not in this house, Brooke.
In this house, bro.
As long as you live
They
with
don't
me.
make real
Is
America.
that a rapper in your studio?
Right. Like this Gildan over here, Dom.
I'm constantly on. No, it probably end up like Supernatural, where like he dies, but like a piece of his blood or something lands on the Gildan. So as long as
Comes
he just
back
can
to
go
life.
around, just be as it.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Brooke was about to go. Brooke was about to go on a date with her black boyfriend.
Doesn't work for me, bro.
Oh, what was that?
Doesn't work for me, brother.
Until you burn it, you gotta salt and burn the damn t-shirt Gildan. He's like, oh, Hulkamania runs wild.
He's
It's like
posing in the
curse.
smoke.
Except racism.
Right. And then Nick, Daddy, no! Who's gonna
Smoking
save
when
me
you
from
just hear,
DWIs? Who's gonna
man.
save me?
What an
Anywho,
asshole.
Roman Reigns, guys, because that's who we're not getting saved from him.
There's only one person
This
that
match
can save
happened.
us. Whoa!
Let's talk about it. First off, I actually don't hate this match.
What's your match?
Minus the obligatory solo interference. I thought all the spots were good. It just kind of ended abruptly.
Yeah.
But I thought that I really enjoyed like the inner workings because everybody else was working. You know, Roman is like, I didn't come here to work. Though.
Exactly. Let me know when I can get back on my
So I
yacht.
like the match. And like I've kind of come to terms with the obligatory solo interference. I'm like, whatever, it's gonna happen. I'm cool with it now. You know, you just you deal with things the way Hogan had to deal with his wife getting banged out and her daughter getting banged out by black dudes and just accept it. Not sure if he did, but
I don't know about that, but she did make that song with Jeezy.
hey,
Remember
You
Hogan
gotta
bumping, I love it.
brother.
he was waiting
I
like
love it,
7
brother.
times in his car.
He was loving that shit. Definitely saying the N word loud as
I
hell.
love it, brother.
Brother.
Come on, honey's on the
Who's
table.
this?
Honey's on the floor, brother.
Brother.
Oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah.
Hey.
No, the spot
Gotta
was good.
believe, brother.
Not the spot. The match was good. I thought LA Knight came out looking like great in that match.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
clear for prime time. Did you guys hear what Shawn Michaels said about LA Knight recently? Shawn Michaels said, in the build up with LA Knight, when LA Knight was still in NXT, he was on the cut list like every time they brought one up. And Shawn would keep telling them, he's in a storyline, you can't cut him. When LA Knight was not in the storyline. Shawn Michaels saved LA Knight.
Shawn pulling his old Shawn tricks on Vince.
And the funny part was they brought him up as Max Dupree when you were like, oh, if this is what you
yeah.
were going to do with him, you probably just should have cut him. But they didn't. They kept it rolling. And now we got a guy who is primed for his first singles match at Mania. We all think that's going to be against AJ Styles, right?
Gotta be.
Yeah,
But-
makes sense.
Lone Wolf AJ Styles dissing all his friends. Like, don't
TNA
worry
on
about
TNA,
it, bitch. He's crazy.
TNA
AJ Styles is
TNA
on the
action.
roids. They try I think that next week's segment, they have to sit him down and do an intervention, right? Like
You would think so.
Mia Yim, the Good Brothers, they gotta just sit
he
him
done went
down.
crazy on him.
AJ, the way you've been talking to us, I think you have a problem with drugs. I don't know what you're talking about. Your hair, it doesn't look the same. It doesn't have the same body or buoyancy.
And then he flips his hair back like, yeah, right, bitch.
Yeah.
It's just testing.
And then a fucking needle
She
falls
likes
out of it. Like, the hell was that?
And then
don't-
Anderson goes
don't
to
worry about
grab it,
my
and then AJ snatches it from him like, "No, you don't want none."
You don't want no parts of this shit. What do you mean, AJ? Takes your small muscles and turn them into big muscles.
Look at me, Anderson. You don't want none. You don't want none.
Right. You stick to your
Gallows
hot
looks
Asian
scared.
wife. You hear me?
You don't want none. What is this stuff? It's phenomenal. Don't
yeah.
worry about it.
How do you think he shoots up his drugs? Do you think he does the pose every time? Like,
Absolutely.
the juices up. Yeah, that's great. Thank you, AJ Styles. AJ Styles is ripped beyond
Most
belief.
ripped he's ever
and
been.
I love it.
45.
And I want to know what his new workout is. And how much test of it does it involve? Outside
That's
of that,
Frank Thomas. He'll tell you.
nope, never asked that man anything.
I was about to say, you might have to die to find out. So you may not know, but at least you'll know before you get strangled to death by Frank
I seen Pulp
Thomas.
Fiction. I'm cool.
First time like, yeah, it's only like 2 grams of testofen in here, and Wendy likes it too.
Excuse me?
All right,
Flair's
Doug Flutie just whispers
No,
that
that's
in your ear.
AJ's wife's name.
Likes to, oh, get off me.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that Wendy. Anytime I hear Wendy, I think of Ric Flair.
Again, sidetracked. This match was good, but bad because it's like no surprises. We knew what was happening. Solo came out. Like, why is he wearing a hood? Solo, we know it's you.
I
The
hate
only
that
other
part of
other
it.
person
That
that's barefoot walking around here is Sarah Logan. The fuck is going on?
And she doesn't have tape on her feet like you, sir.
She should.
Here for
But
kicking
she-
pleasure. She should have
Samoan
shoes
spike
on.
nigga in the throat.
Damn soap.
And it's not
Yeah,
a singles match. Why are you coming through the crowd? You can just come down the ramp. It's a fatal
That
four-way.
part.
It's
Nobody's getting
There has to be
disqualified.
something to this.
no disqualification.
You could have just been out there the whole time if you really wanted to. You could have saved yourself a walk.
I
but
can
I get it. You gotta get
understand
your
when he
steps in.
started doing this right, in facts. Hope he has his watch on. And with that being said, I remember at Clash at the Castle when that was
Yes.
like necessary. Okay, who's this
Yes.
dude in the hood? First time from the NXT roster we're seeing him with the Bloodline.
Street
But-
champion.
10 matches later, they're still doing the same gimmick with the hood. Like, we don't know who the fuck this is. Shame on
Yeah.
you, Roman and,
But
and Paul. What inning is it, you assholes? Like, come on.
Michael Cole did ask
But-
that at the end of the show, and I
Yep,
appreciate
that's what I
the fuck
said.
out of
What inning is
What
it,
inning
Roman?
is it, Roman?
Vince has been going crazy as he said.
If
that
Cole
shit.
was on SmackDown, I feel
I
like Roman would
asked
have to
that.
yoke that nigga up. Like, the fuck you just say?
Facts, him and Bailey.
You don't know.
Jump him.
Oh, come on. I gotta ask though. I have to ask. Realistically, how would you feel if they didn't do that? What if the presentation was just he's there? Because there is like it's annoying, but it's almost like one of those tropes that's funny. It's like if he doesn't come out with the hoodie, what does he do? Does he just sit there and wait for his moment? Kind of like if you don't hear that music hit, does Jeff Hardy not hunch? He got a hunch.
True. Or it's not real.
Like you
I
gotta
do
get
feel
the
like
top
if
of
he
the
was
rope. You gotta
out
hunch.
there and people still got okie doked by him, then it would make whoever got okie doked look kind of stupid.
It just exactly. You just need
Okay.
some of
It's
the
a
drama,
necessary
and I
evil.
know it's stupid, and I know we're
Necessary
tired of it
evil.
because they can't keep it going anymore. They can't get that much more creative with it because we've been seeing this for like 11,000 days or some shit. So
Jesus.
I'm with you.
I wouldn't mind them like
But,
coming from like
yeah,
underneath the ring at some point. Like,
Like the Brooklyn
Like
fucking
Kane?
Brawl.
Grabbing the ref's hand through the
well, I
ring.
was thinking more like Hornswoggle, just like he's under the ring and then he just pops out. You're like, oh shit, it's Solo.
From Yonkers,
One.
Queens.
2.
Weighing in 211
Grab the
pounds.
hand.
Record of
That would
0
be
and
insane.
130. The Brooklyn Brawler.
Or he's the cameraman at some point. Like, switch it up. Switch it up.
I give you
But-
cameraman.
I would love for like Nick
No,
Aldis
how
be
about
like,
this?
yo, if Solo comes out here, I'm stripping you of that title. I don't give a fuck what they say. Like, well, Solo,
That's coming next.
and then he'll
It's
be
gotta
like, Solo
coming
didn't come
next.
out there. He was already out there. You guys needed a cameraman. How do I know? I sent the cameraman on vacation to my island of relevancy. Solo was under there fixing the ring. This? How do I know? Because I sent the ring repairman on a vacation to the island. I don't know, some shit like that.
I'm sorry, I can't go with that. I'd be more entertained with him just being like, he's the head of the table. This is his WWE. So everybody is a part of what he needs. So he just taps the person and like, well, I'll pay him off. So he pays other people off. I don't want to keep seeing Solo or something. I just need random person to the ref pay off or the some. So it's like, it feels more
like my Uncle
valid.
Ted.
Yeah, it's just like, it's too boring that it's always Solo.
Did you just
Uncle
say
Ted,
your uncle committed crime?
You know,
well, we ain't gonna talk about what Uncle Ted and the signing not renamed name was did, but to E-Ray's point, pay people off.
Yeah. But seriously, what about using Jay or Jimmy more?
Jimmy be fucking up.
You don't trust him.
Don't trust him.
I say he don't trust Jimmy.
I know, but just the fact that having his involvement, like he'd be distraction and then Solo do something. I'm just thinking of other ways to set this up because it just gets boring after a while, and we kind of knew it was coming. So I didn't love any of this of that part of it, but fuck it, we already knew what was gonna happen. So great on them. Storylines are happening. Sure, Dwayne will probably have to save us from Roman, but probably not because whatever. So yeah, Royal Rumble happened. Let's move on to the highlights of this week. We're not gonna go through every single thing that happened. Monday, it must be said, fire ass episode of Raw. Fire episode. But along with that fire came some heartbreak. CM Punk is officially injured, tore his tricep,
right tricep, yeah,
and will probably miss WrestleMania. Not probably, he will miss WrestleMania. Yeah. So now, as that happened, I said, and I quote from the last time we were on this podcast, and I had to speak of them. CM Punk came out, told with arm in a sling, told us how nothing worked, how he's disappointed, he's sad, and maybe it's not meant for him to main event WrestleMania, but it's not all bad. He's had a lot of other things in his life, because apparently what Drew McIntyre never understood, just because you're straight edge doesn't mean your life is perfect. So CM Punk had to come out and elaborate, like, no, I've had some ups and downs.
Straight edge.
You seen me get my ass whipped in UFC, but I just wanted to do something. So I do things, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but doesn't make me whack for trying them, and it actually makes me dope for trying them. So loved that message. Drew McIntyre came out, tweener Drew, and then he comes out and he's like, yeah, I've been there before. I've had this happen. And I was like, oh, this is about to be interesting. And he was like, when you come back, I'm gonna whip your ass or something like that. I thought it was going that way. And then he looked this man directly in the eye after telling us that he's injured himself and he's gonna miss Royal Rumble. He said, nigga, I pray for this shit to happen. I pray for days like this. I remember nights like this.
So he went from tweener, like, and he just tipped the scale completely. It was great.
Mm-hmm. That nigga turned into
it was great. Like,
he was going crazy.
The line that got me before I prayed for this part, where he's like, I said a lot of terrible things about you, and I meant it. I was like, oh shit, that's some whole ass.
I was waiting for the butt, but I was waiting for the butt.
Too.
Like, yeah, I meant those things. But
I prayed for
never
this
like
to happen.
this.
I'm so happy you won't be at WrestleMania.
That was so good.
Shit. It literally is
like,
the year of the hater.
I don't know if there's a God. He was like, I don't know if it's a God or whatever, but I prayed for this. I was like, oh shit.
I'm not spiritual, but I pray for this to happen.
Legitimately, total 180 from the first interaction that they had. I think they looked at everything. They listened to this podcast back, was like, oh, E-Ray said that shit was whack. They had CM Punk looking like the man against this big ginormous figure, and then he didn't just deck him. And the words were jumbled, and who cared? This was to the point. CM Punk was like, man, I said all this heartfelt shit. Drew McIntyre said, fuck all that. I'm so happy that you'll never main event Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, you bitch ass nigga. Your life sucks. Ha ha ha.
I'm so happy you won't be at Mania
you're
that
trash.
I found God.
Yeah, literally. He was like, hey, thank you, Lord above. Assalamu alaikum. He said all that shit. It was crazy. And then CM Punk got in his face, start throwing hands with the hurt hand, and Drew beat his ass. And I was like, this is what I wanted to see. Fantastic way to go out. I loved every minute of it. And guess who came for the rescue? Sami fucking Zayn, because they building that match as well. So I was so happy with this. This was really well done. That was one of my highlights of the night. Let's just do highlights. So Dub, what was your highlight of the night? So I know y'all gonna reach the other one, so I was like, I'll take one.
This is tough. I gotta the matches. 3 back-to-back fire matches on this card.
That's true.
Like, shout out to Kofi for doing his job on that match with Gunther. The women's tag title match was really good with the Kabuki Warriors. I know E-Ray, that's your favorite name of a tag team of all time. Main event was fire.
Tag team.
Like, I mean, Sami doesn't put on bad matches, and Drew hasn't had a bad one in a long time. So, yeah, the matches were like really fire, and like I heard about the format changes, and I was interested in those to actually see how they were doing them. I was like, oh, this is pretty dope.
What do you mean the format changes?
They're going to a more, they call it sports style of formatting after getting rid of Kevin Dunn. So if you notice, they did a lot more of the backstage segments where they weren't interviews. They were niggas just cutting promos, talking their shit like backstage. And then they also did the thing with the graphics as well, where they would like do a graphic overlay of a guy when they went to a commercial. They did it for Jey Uso before the Bronson Reed match, and they did a couple other ones as well. They really want to like accentuate the athleticism of these guys, but then also, instead of it being question and ask an interview, I'm gonna put a camera on you, pop your shit for 30 seconds.
They used to. Going back to the old school.
The fact that they had like the times up of who was the longest in the Rumble, like that anti Kevin Dunn for sure. You ain't never seen that before this year.
That was a great addition because I thought that was really cool.
I agree.
BA, your highlight from Monday, from the Raw.
Quite obviously, the other promo we got with good old Seth and Cody. I didn't take it how I saw some other people taking it, and we talked about it a little bit in the chat around just people acting like Seth was begging. I'm like, nah, man, he has to kind of come at this angle. This was supposed to be him and CM Punk when they wrote this up, I'm sure. So we got to do it a little different, and we can't ignore the fact that Cody beat this man in his essentially first 3 matches back on big stages and made Seth look like a fool, pretty much.
Once with a torn titty.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't not beat you. I have to beat you to make any of this relevant, because
that's beautiful.
Because this is the workhorse title.
Yeah.
Etc. so forth.
He's been beating everybody since Cody.
And bodies breaking down. Everything, technically, and again, they've teased it so many times, it's almost serendipitous that it feels like it should be this.
And then
they get to it like, because you can always finish the story. This is a side quest.
To my point, E-Ray, you got a great segue.
I think it's, the promo was so good, even in spite, like sometimes, like it's probably like the Patrick Mahomes effect. You can be so good at your craft that you do something that they tell you 100% of the time not to do, and you do it and it works out positive for you anyway. Patrick Mahomes, don't run to the line, jump, throw across your body. That's going to be an interception. And then Travis Kelce catches it and runs it to the house. Seth, do not go out there as the champion and go make a title match and want somebody to face you for validity. It doesn't make sense because you're the champion. Except for when he does it and he tells you, you want to be the Hollywood champion, you want to be the part-time guy champion or politic champion, part-time. Or you want the workhorse championship, the one that... And I was like, ooh. And I was like, oh shit, he going for it. And first I'm like, I never liked that. This is how Kofi lost his title, because he just inexplicably challenged Brock Lesnar. I was like, I don't think that was a good idea. But in this case, he made valid points. Plus the history being that he lost 3 times and at his best. And we're like, oh no, he definitely can't lose this one. And he lost 3 straight. So now at the biggest stage of them all, maybe he wins, maybe he doesn't. We don't know. Maybe they continue that, and Cody is Seth. Like, because Seth, hear me out, Roman technically has beat everybody else. He loses to Seth all the time. And it seems like Roman can't beat Seth, right? Maybe Cody is that to Seth.
I see what you're saying.
Where every time you think, like, okay, he's got to win now eventually, because there ain't no 50. We're all booked into 50-50 book in mind. Nope. You still lose again, nigga. You lose. Go home. Be a family man. USSR. Sorry.
I mean, who says it has to be a Mania match? Why don't they fight at Chamber? Seth get his win. Cody goes into Mania still to fight Roman.
I don't like
it. I mean,
right? Is he double dipping?
Build for the future.
I think that
just to give him something.
I think that might mess up Cody's character, because you can't fight him and then go like, okay, I'm gonna fight you now, and then I'm hedging my bets. So if I lose against you, then I'm gonna go ahead and finish the story. Like, no, you just tried, you lost.
This is doing a lot, but who else is Seth gonna do something with?
Gunther.
That would make. Well, they do got some. They've laid some seeds there to where that could be of relevance.
I think either he loses to Gunther at Mania, or they put that belt on Priest.
That too.
Like,
that's
honestly,
right there
like,
for us.
For them to have held that
months.
Money in the Bank out for so long, it benefits them right now. Because had he lost it earlier, they'd be like, fuck.
You know what would be dope?
What up, y'all? It's your boy Free, aka Free Illuminati, aka Young Freezer Burner, aka the Black Peter Parker, aka Poon Knight. And I want y'all to check out Blurs in the Trap, the new podcast with myself and my boy Dr. Jones, dropping in the Anotherverse every Monday. Come check us out. Get all your daily Blur content, nerd culture from a Black perspective. We got other pods doing it out there that we support, and we wanted to add a little bit of our own flavor to the mix. So check us out every Mondays in the Anotherverse. Peace.
If he goes here and they do this for like another couple weeks, him, Seth, and Cody having this back and forth, and he's still trying to convince them, and then, well, maybe not too many weeks, because of course you want to keep it fresh. So maybe next week they have this conversation again, and then Priest comes out of nowhere as Seth was thinking about it, or excuse me, as Cody was thinking about it, smacks Seth upside the head with the case, cashes in on him, wins. Now he carries it up to Mania, and not Cody, but Roman. Damn, I can't think. My brain is off. Seth Rollins, Mr. Seth Rollins, gets his time off, comes back, and challenges him right before Mania, and then he wins the title back. I think that would be doable, and then that keeps Cody in that non-perplexed situation. But of course, they just keep teasing them too because it's such money to be made there. Their chemistry is crazy. But then I think you still want to have that just in case of emergency Dwayne money. And this is the way you do it, and then you have to do that the triple threat.
See, I think with the Punk injury, I think they're kind of trying to break the glass on Dwayne. It's like, Dwayne, we need you.
Me too.
And they're kind of giving Dwayne some time while Cody makes his decision. AKA Cody making his decision is Dwayne making his decision, honestly.
Yeah, right.
But that's kind of what I think they're going for. Like, Dwayne's like, yeah, I'll do it. We need the good PR right now for reasons. And they're like, hey, Cody.
Reasons.
We know you put this nigga down 3 times already. Once with one torn titty. Can you put him down again to finish your story? And Cody's like, whoa. Sure can. Because let's be real, Cody would look cool with either one of those belts.
Yeah, if Cody wins that belt, I'm buying Sheena. I know I'm on a spending suspension until further notice, but by the time it happens, I will hopefully be transitioned into a new space and a new tax bracket. So we'll put that. Sheena's going on the wall of glory, but so is that universal title that black diamonds and the gold. I fucks with it.
Thrown on you officially.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't ready to buy it then, but I look at that one, I'm like, that one's cool, but the other one's better. So I need Sheena, Universal, White Strap Intercontinental. Those are 3 that I will have eventually. But I don't know, but we'll see. I think more will be revealed because it still has to play out. Dwayne still has to make his decision.
Crazy.
How would y'all feel if Cody doesn't finish the story though? If he goes and does a different story for this WrestleMania?
What do you mean, like if he faces Seth and not Roman? To me, he's still finishing the story. The story is him getting the world title that his father never held. And they played with the lineages of those titles to the point where it's like, which one is technically has the lineage of the one his dad never held? Because Sheena looks like the belt his dad never held.
Technically, yeah, I was like, technically, but it has the same name, everything like that. But realistically, they're saying it's the title Roman has,
right?
So,
but yeah, the story is Cody getting the world title because no one in his family ever had one. The story within the story is him being the one to beat the guy. To become the new John Cena Hogan fusion minus the racism. But either way, as long as Cody walks out of Mania with the title, I'm pretty happy. I still feel like Cody's gonna beat Roman for it because if you do Rock Roman, Rock not losing for 1. 2, Rock don't need a title. So then if you did that, you would have your top title and your top guy not being defended or putting it on a board member, which is fucking insane.
Yeah. That's a whole different.
But again, I would still love Cody to win the triple threat. They decided to go that route because nothing puts him over.
But guess what?
Like that.
This is my other thought. It doesn't matter because he's not losing at WrestleMania. Because that would still put him short of Hulk Hogan's shit.
Who, Roman?
Yeah.
So then you've already made Dwayne's decision.
Well, yeah, because Dwayne would be there because he's just there for the draw. Fiduciary. Got to do it. But he's going to lose. And then that's when Cody can talk about finishing the story. Does it have to be at Mania is the real question.
No.
Because maybe it's at SummerSlam.
Wait. So Cody loses at Mania?
No, I don't think Cody faces him at Mania. I think they do the transition or whatever, and Cody finds either him and Seth or whatever the case happens, Rock and Roman happens, and Roman continues. And then they kind of let things play out across, but then eventually they kind of work back to it again. Because I think he still has to be the person to do it. I just don't think it necessarily has to happen at WrestleMania. Because it's not, the story isn't at WrestleMania. It's just, I gotta win, nigga. I gotta win this title. So I think that happens better.
I can't see them taking that title off of Roman anywhere but WrestleMania.
Good point. But I feel like, I don't know. I don't know. It's very murky, but we will see. What isn't murky though is NXT Vengeance Day coming up, and the Wolf Dogs winning that Dusty Cup, baby. Listen here, baby. The Dusty Cup is gonna be won by the Wolf Dogs, baby. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Ooh.
You can't. See? Told you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this here. We're not gonna keep y'all much longer. We're gonna get out of here. But we got to go through NXT's Vengeance Day picks. Vengeance Day is this Sunday. Weird to have a pay-per-view on a Sunday again. I'm like, what is that? What is this, AEW? Is this amateur hour?
Keep us here for 5 hours locked up, Tony, with no food or water.
Damn, that was a straight for no reason. Tony Khan, like, nigga, I'm already hurting. You know, Cody and fucking CM Punk was the main event, and fucking Jade Cargill. I'm about to lose my shit.
And Jericho doing his best V Diddy impression with these NDAs. Yeah, he's having a rough couple weeks.
Yeah, he's like, they should have lost everything. Damn it!
They're stronger. How? Tony, your nose is bleeding. No, it's not. Tony, it's literally dripping in front of you. I don't give a fuck.
You never had blood on the leaves.
Blood on the leaves.
Blood. Breakfast of champions. Tony, it's 8:00 at night. Eat breakfast for dinner.
On the leaves. Leaves.
I just want to clear my mind now.
Can't breathe out of this nostril.
Right. Eroded all my cartilage with cocaine. I got that post-nasal drip.
That's very rude. Let me stop.
Yeah. You gonna have to swerve.
See what you did there.
Can we do our Vengeance Day?
We sure can, guys.
Gentlemen.
Let's do it, Tony.
Let's do it.
Vengeance Day.
So first up, we'll start with the Dusty Cup. E-Ray is clearly picking the Wolf Dogs because the Wolf Pack is back causing mass destruction. BA, are you?
Oh yeah, man.
Are you going the same way, Wolf Dogs all the way, or Trick Mellow Gang? What we doing? Dusty Cup winners.
Oh man, it's the Teen Wolf Bros because Trick Mellow Gang got to break up. It's written in the clouds. They got it.
It's written in the stars.
It's separate.
Million miles away.
Yep. That bar.
I warned you.
He's a sorry fat.
I warned you. I told Dub episodes ago. You recite some tiny. I can't talk. What's wrong with me? Am I having a stroke? Did nobody tell me? Nobody informed me. WWE played that song out. That was definitely one of the themes to WrestleMania. Oh.
Can you talk about how they're on their sixth year in a row of weekend songs? For WrestleMania themes?
What about?
They're on their sixth year in a row of weekend songs?
Oh. So they chose it again. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't remember what song, but
bag.
What kind of bag he got?
That's what I'm saying.
Is it about can they bring some of the old weekend songs back?
No, it is.
We asked for the hits, please.
I left my girl back home.
That's a nasty song. That's WrestleMania.
What does that have to do with WrestleMania? Help me understand.
No more.
WrestleMania brought to you by Slim Jims.
These fucking eyes that I'm staring at. As like Seth staring at Sheena. Let me see that.
Sheena, let me see
And I emptied out my cards too.
Oh, just seeing the WrestleMania sign and just hearing fucking
That is wild.
Wicked Games is crazy.
Give me my Limp Biscuit, damn it.
Breathe in to breathe out. No, I'll definitely take the Wicked.
As Gunther's like chopping people across the chest.
Oh my, wait, you just broke my brain. Imagining the fucking instead of the WrestleMania theme just being a montage of Seth and Cody for
I got my scars right here.
Whoosh.
And then Cody takes off the coat to reveal the torn teddy.
Yep. Oh my god. Let me see that. And then you take off the polka dots.
This is ridiculous.
This is insane. The Weeknd is definitely, he bought some shares of WrestleMania. He's a part of TKO board. We should have known.
No comment.
Damn it.
He's the one feeding Tony Khan all that bad
We couldn't
coke
tell
to
it was him.
book bad shows. So they're like, keep
Right.
doing
We
your job.
couldn't tell it was him.
Baking soda.
He had
Telling us
all that
cocaine.
those bandages on his face, and we didn't even know it. He got reconstructive surgery and became The Rock. The Weeknd is
Oh, god damn it. Please stop the
like
insanity.
he was the original Dark Man. Okay,
For
sorry.
real, that's what I'm saying.
Sorry.
No, he got the reconstructive surgery. Now
Vengeance
he's
Day.
Von Wagner.
Oh, shout out to my guy and the kids.
Brownies.
I thought they was gonna rip Noam Dar in half. Sorry.
Vengeance Day.
Okay, Vengeance Day. All right, match 2 on the card.
Wolf Dogs.
Wolf Dogs
right?
all the way. Yeah.
Wolf Dogs all day.
Okay.
And
Triple.
Triple Gay Implosion.
Yep. Next match on the card: Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez for the women's title. E-Ray, who you got?
I love Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne.
She stopped smiling.
She's getting there. It's slowly but surely. She still has a little bit of like the innocence of blah blah blah, but the edge is starting to show. I'm very happy with it, but she's not beating Lyra Valkyria just yet. They got something brewing with old girl. The only way I see it happening is if they feel confident enough to put it on Roxanne and have Lyra then immediately go into that feud with Tatum Paxley, some Tatum Paxley interference. Only way I see that happening, but I'm sticking with Lyra. I think she keeps that belt, and then Tatum Paxley ends up becoming her psycho stalker next feud.
All right, E-Ray. Not E-Ray. No, nope. E-Ray didn't his pick. Nope.
Me?
BA.
Okay.
Chin
Let me
Strap Jones.
Sheena.
Speaking of let me see that ass, BA, tell me why you were picking Lola Vice to cash in her contract, get involved in this match, and win it. Let me see.
Oh my god.
No. It's
Electra
gonna be
Lopez.
just
Jewel
Roxanne.
Green, Vic.
Right. She put on the Puerto Rican
Choloma
Wonder Woman
Vice.
bands and let her came after that ass. But no, it's gonna be fucking Roxanne to give Lyra like some to E-Ray made a good point with the Tatum Paxley thing. They kind of I feel like they're kind of calling their shot with that. From what I saw this past week. So
you think they
I'm
make
gonna pick
the
Roxanne.
change? Okay.
Just for a little bit. This is like, it's not like a
I'd love
long
it.
range. Some transitional stuff.
I'm not even mad at that.
I'm gonna go Roxanne as well. I want to see Lyra lean into it and realize that she might have a slave she can use. And like, oh,
Whoa. Well, this is like essentially 90s WWF.
I mean, you see how Tatum be acting?
NXT,
Like,
so.
she be acting real house nigga.
Horny?
If that's a word.
What?
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I think we're gonna have to sit Dub to the penalty box for the first time. That was
You
wild.
been listening to that Weekend.
For real, y'all done like unleashed over here. Just don't show up next week wearing dark man bandages around your faces, gentlemen, please. Then I might have to just cut my mic off. Just go.
Oh,
to
just
bed.
wait. But next this year for Halloween episode, we dressing up. Y'all be able to see
That'll
it.
be
It'll
funny.
great.
I'm here for that.
Anywho,
I'll dress like Boba
keeping it
Fett.
moving.
Big black nigga.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely dressed as Obafemi for sure.
I got the title. He gonna bust through my door like, oh yeah.
Literally gonna kick a hole in your door and come through like fucking leather face.
Alpha.
Next episode. Next
That's
match.
the next match. Obafemi, big black nigga, versus the future of Lucha Libre, the nigga who fails up better than anybody I've ever seen.
Anybody
Dragon
else.
Lee for the North American title. I'll tell you straight out, I'm not picking against the big black nigga.
Hell no.
All right.
Because, you know,
I think we're all in agreement.
Dragon Lee's there
Lee
to
ain't won a
lose.
match and win.
Since he won
And
that
how long?
NXT title that he lost already to fucking Obafemi.
all right.
How you get a title for losing?
Cause
I don't
y'all
even
said
remember
it, he
winning
just
the title.
continues to fail up. Like, how you lose the title and get a title shot next? No fucking sense. And you didn't beat anybody when you had it.
Yeah.
You wrestled
Obafemi
everybody.
just came out and just drop kicked you in the chest, nigga. Give me that
Real,
title.
literally. Kick the hole
Yeah,
in that
I'm
man.
rocking.
Did you see on Tuesday when Dragon Lee jumped off the ropes and Oba swatted that nigga out the air?
That's why I
That
said,
was the funniest
booking
shit I've
him
ever
like
seen.
the next Brock, and I'm okay with it because he's a black man. So let's go. I'm cool. With it.
We're gonna reach out to Obafemi and see if we can get an interview. Next.
Next match on the card, we got the D'Angelo family versus OTM. 6-person mixed tag. OTM will be represented by Bronco Nima, that other big black nigga, and of course,
Lucian Range.
Lucian
That
Price
dude.
or
Jushin
yeah,
Thunder Liger.
whatever Constantine character he
Lucian
is.
Thunder Liger.
Thunder Liger being an
That's
OTM is
crazy.
hilarious.
That would be wild. In a
Yeah, we
mask
found
and
it.
a
What
wife
are
beater. He'd be wearing that mask with like a chain and a wife beater on, looking crazy as hell.
Like Unico. Viva. Never mind.
All right, E-Ray.
They keep trying to make Rizzo a thing. No.
No, you're not
OTM all
rocking.
day.
Yeah.
No.
Jada Parker Hive open. BA, you joining us?
So it's my DM.
To make this a feud of some nature, what they're trying to do, I'm gonna have to pick. So shockingly enough, OTM. Like they're trying to make them somebodies.
You see it.
You become somebody's by beating somebody,
Dad.
and they'll have
You
the
see it.
NXT tag titles. So hey, they got to get to somewhere. So this is the starting point of something.
Yep.
Huh? What? Jada Parker.
I think Dub made his pick without saying it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
BA was talking all that
There you
nonsense about OTM and, pledging allegiance to the homie scripts or whatever. Nah. What team is Jada Parker on? That's the team I'm
What?
picking.
Did I even say the
Yeah.
word scripts?
I don't know.
I
You
don't
said
know.
a bunch
Jada
of shit
Parker was
that
on my
wasn't
TV. I
Jada
forgot.
Parker. So I stopped listening. Not gonna lie. Love you though, brother.
Damn.
Hey, not offended.
Next match.
left my
This next match got made.
Understand ball.
Boom.
I don't love her no more.
This weekend stuff is terrible.
Jada Parker fucking know that.
Boom.
Okay. Next.
Have Lucian Thunder Liger dressed like
Imagine, imagine the Wicked Game song over the soundtrack to this next match that was made on Tuesday night. Dijak versus Joe Gacy. No disqualification.
Yo, that scene was wild.
I could see it.
Yes,
Them just brawling. And
Joe Gacy vanishing into that dumpster.
Swan time diving into that shit like the crow.
Everybody like, whoa. Boom.
Just bones everywhere.
Like
Look.
a fatality.
The way he popped out that dumpster and agreed to the match, wow.
So tell me you love me.
Yo, Joe
That's what he
Gacy
said
is
to the
slowly
new
becoming
GM.
my MVP of NXT, man. Since the schism broke up,
Yeah.
Joe Gacy is showing
Since
me
Ava
his
Raine was
acting
removed
chops.
from his life.
Right.
Since Ava Raine was removed from his life, he's gotten incredible.
I love this gimmick. I'm here
I think
for
like
it.
a month or
Great
two
match.
ago, where we were talking about it, we were like, I don't want to put this on you, BA, but I think you said it's not over. You weren't feeling it. But I was like, give it a month.
And I was
Of
like,
him just
I was
doing
like, I like
random
this.
shit.
Like this nigga was,
Just get over.
he was putting a ring together. Now he was
Yeah.
wearing a fucking old school
He's in the-
WWE jacket as a
He was sitting
commentator.
in the crowd at
He's in
some
the
point.
crowd ringing a bell.
I got
God, this
Yeah,
is
Chris was
hilarious.
great.
Announcing
He came
that.
out that dumpster. Yes.
Like he's alive.
This nigga came
Popped
out
that
like
dumpster,
one
said,
of them
"What?
hobos in Spawn.
no disqualification.
Hell yeah.
Came out
Sounds
with
great. Now tell me you
Duh.
love me.
I'll be there.
He popped out that dumpster like one of the homeless people in Spawn. What? It's spoiled. That's good
Great
meat, boy.
analogy.
Slap the shit out of you. Okay, next
That
match.
is the match. Are we all picking Joe Gacy? Or
Oh, that's it.
No, I'm gonna pick Dijak because Joe Gacy's got to keep losing to keep this
Yes.
character spinning out of
I
control.
need Dijak to get a win. This is an easy win for him.
Yeah, this is very easy for Dijak to win.
Like booking in a booking sense, you lose nothing by having Dijak beat up the psycho person
Yep.
because he's still gonna be crazy. You can't beat the crazy out of him.
You just make it crazier.
Yep. The fact that he recorded himself in the office and played it. Come on, man. This nigga's going crazy. I love it.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm gonna pick Joe Gacy just to be different. Just to be
okay.
different. I think this feud does continue.
Fair enough.
Because I think Dijak probably like kills him afterwards. But then
Yep.
Gacy
Question.
just kind of
Jail
sits
cell.
up.
because this pay-per-view is so close back to back, and Dub, you are already kind of reeling from your NFC championship issues.
Hurts.
I propose that we go double or nothing. We keep the same standings from the picks from Royal Rumble, and we get a definitive loser and winner. So that way we can place the bets. We gotta have
I'm
a
cool with that.
good
Cool with
bet.
that.
Because I think right now we're like everybody else was tied and Dub was up
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
So I feel
had
like
3, everybody else had 2.
okay.
Well, Dub
Do we
picking
have enough
Gacy's not gonna help.
differentiating picks for that to work?
On this card we do.
Okay. I just wanted to make
That's a
sure.
good idea.
But
Because
all
of
right,
the
so
differentiate.
last match on the card, Ilya Dragunov versus Trick Williams, NXT title. The Blade villain, Ilya Dragunov himself, and Mr. Whoop That Trick. Whew. BA.
I'm gonna have to say it. Dragunov via disqualification by Mello, sticking his nose in there, trying to like do something from the Dusty Classic match. Whatever fallout comes from that, but he will have involvement in that match, and I think it will work against Trick somehow, even though he's there trying to help Trick. So Dragunov.
Mr. E, right?
This one's a little bit difficult for me because I'm trying to make logical sense booking wise. I think Dragunov has held that title long enough, but I feel like where they're going with him is they want to wait. Where is it?
Extra, extra, read all about it. You got ridged.
Yeah.
I think it's a guarantee. Ilya Dragunov's about to get ridged. They got to keep that storyline
He
going.
is lingering around.
So
still.
I feel like they're gonna tease the Trick Williams win, and then Melo's gonna interfere, and that's when they're gonna feud. Ilya's gonna retain, and then he gotta face Ridge.
Ridge is gonna ridge.
Yep, he's gonna break his clavicle, the clavicle clutch or some
Cervical
shit.
clutch. Get it right.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I'm going Dragunov
My
as
bad.
well. I think Melo does interfere. cost Trick the title, but Dragunov is gonna go over clean, and Melo gonna whoop Trick's ass because that's where we're going for stand and deliver. And I think as the dust clears and Ilya's standing there with the title, you hear that coin drop, and we get Okada.
Oh, I was
that's what I was thinking about too, but I think Ridge gotta get his
because Okada's Japan contract is up as we record this today, the 31st. So he'll be clear, and they're saying he's WWE bound with the stop at NXT first.
He's bound, brother. His colors don't run.
And a little run up until Stand and Deliver would make sense for him to get acclimated to the WWE style before he goes up to the main roster.
Makes sense
for everybody.
Know where the hard cameras are. Training.
Man, Wise Man's gonna go crazy.
With that stamped, guys, you have just heard another fantastic episode of Let Me Book the Territory. Goes without saying, check us out, letmebookpod.com/shop. If you are able to see this video, which will be coming out soon, I'm wearing Honolulu Blue Grab City. Welcome to Grab City hoodie. It's beautiful. It's embroidered. It's incredible. It's on the shop now. You can find me at E_RY_ the bad guy. Blah, blah, blah. Inaudible Ruckus. Bench Flicks and Chill. Nigga, you know where I am. You know the vibes. Shout out to Mumbai Hive. Shout out to Italy. Shout out to Louisiana. Shout out to everybody that fucks with us so heavy!
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I got. Do y'all even care? Nope. Don't matter. Guys, we the fuck out of here. Enjoy. Embrace the turn up.
That too.
Happy Black History Month.
BA and a Wise Man.
Coming soon.